Hello football fans, I am Liam Thorpe.
And I'm Michael Mumble.
And this
is Team Talk.
It's the show that brings you everything you need to know about football and some funny bits in between. First off, let's have a look at some of the super action over the weekend in the Barclays Premier League.
It's your boy Muiwa. Regativa tipe. Na Jesu tijavanyadzisa. Anu acho tisu. Tisu pana watozeza. Kana tina Jesu vajivanisa tisu. Tisu atitadoreka shedi amatobeja. Anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu.
Zoka ndakora gore rino zvakadzora mupresha nemaheres kwanomakwa ndiane bora. Imagine kesha kunitsvaga ungati kuziva ane bora. MyIphone yakuziva ndisaka kuramba kujusa dhora. Life yakawanda kunge socks remusoja but najesu ndapachena unge reflector rempurisa. Zvaari ndozvatiri iso awi gore rino tavharisa korofita tazadzisa. Let us cars esemabhima Lamborghini nemabenz unongoona nemastickers.
Aiwa tisu anu
It's either iPhone, iPad kana laptop trimwe chekondoka badbera ndinaro.
Aiwa tisu anu acho.
Yedo namo kuverenga mari ma celebrity muma banks spending thousand making millions.
Aiwa tisu anu acho.
Either Gucci, Armani, Salvatore, Ferragamo. My only headache is to choose.
Aiwa tisu anu acho.
Jesu tijavanyadzisa. Anu acho tisu. Tisu pana watozeza. Kana tina Jesu vajivanisa tisu. Tisu atitadoreka shedi amatobeja. Anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu.
Quake Bones, stop the beat, son. Listen. Kana une sugar overdose music yangu satere. Affect my soul's a sugar cane. My stress and music yangu tea. Infect my rhymes. Minana dina time kumanyora. Apo my lyrics are go testa pura mbure mchiborani. Jesus wagaraga negara kunge ham iri mutara. Na ile Jesu yakakwana inhakusirirwa kunge hara. Gururu wa Jehova ndati ndini big dara. Dizi repa na pusha para ndoto famba ndakagara. Zonaka makwa na mama presa wa slow yangu best. Cause madara benda chest actobisa tori head. Zoro pasi ouchira just a sign of showing respect. Apo chembreds nemodonzo dzakutotamba angu matracks. Saikugona zvainzi mhosva maizondongera meta kenda. Zvimba maoko nekubigwa apo mbiri njipa chest. Bleswa uko akuzibonda tomakwa nemama face. Bata zvinaka na stress uchazozvito waita cash.
Tisu anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu. Tisu anu acho tisu.
Zoka ndakora gore rino zvakadzora mupresha nemaheres kwanomakwa ndiane bora. Imagine kesha kunitsvaga ungati kuziva ane bora. MyIphone yakuziva ndisaka kuramba kujusa dhora. Life yakawanda kunge socks remusoja but najesu ndapachena unge reflector rempurisa. Zvaari ndozvatiri iso awi gore rino tavharisa korofita tazadzisa. Let us cars esemabhima Lamborghini nemabenz unongoona nemastickers.
Aiwa tisu anu
It's
acho.
either iPhone, iPad kana laptop trimwe chekondoka badbera ndinaro.
Aiwa tisu anu acho.
Yedo namo kuverenga mari ma celebrity muma banks spending thousand making millions.
Aiwa tisu anu acho.
Either Gucci, Armani, Salvatore, Ferragamo. My only headache is to choose.
Aiwa tisu anu acho.
Okay, well, as you can see, Saturday was a bit slow, but when Sunday came around, the games really got going, and it was the big sides that provided all the action. Manchester United maintained their 7-point lead at the top of the Barclays Premier League with a 2-1 win over their fierce rivals Liverpool. They were in cruise control until Daniel Sturridge bagged a goal in the second half, but the Red Devils saw out the win. And then in the second game, of course, the champions Manchester City travelled to Arsenal, and they were helped greatly after a red card for Arsenal defender Lauren Koscielny after just 5 minutes, and eventually won 2-0 with goals from Edin Dzeko and James Milner. Now, regular viewers of the show will know that my colleague here, Mr. Mambo, is a die-hard Arsenal fan. So I think it's mixed emotions, isn't it? Because it was a tough break going down to 10 men, but they battled hard, Arsenal.
Yeah, they did. You can never say one is a die-hard fan. Just a fan will suffice.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, they did play considerably well, having gone 10 men down for most of the match, and it was a determined performance.
I think we're pretty certain it was a red card for Koscielny, wasn't it? What was he playing at?
That's football. It happens all the time. Sometimes the decision goes for you. Sometimes it doesn't, and you just move on. It's next to the next match.
The other sort of controversial talking point was that late on in the game, with City comfortably in front, their captain Vincent Kompany was sent off for what was deemed a reckless challenge. It's since come out in the press. Everyone seems to think it was a completely fair challenge, and Man City have said they will appeal the red card. What do you think?
It was a red card.
Really?
Simple and straightforward.
But he got the ball.
He did get the ball, but initially when he made the challenge, both feet were off the ground. Even though he planted one back on the ground, he didn't have full control of his body. It's as simple as that.
So for you, is it more about not the damage that he has done, but the damage he could have potentially done by doing such a reckless challenge?
Yes, it is. And if you've watched Kompany, usually that's how he tackles people. So either let him off or give him a red card so that next time he doesn't do it. What if he had connected with Jack Wilshere and broken his leg? What would people be saying now?
Okay, that's an interesting point. And what about that first game, Manchester United-Liverpool? As you said, it was a game of two halves, really, because United dominate the first half, and then Liverpool seemed to really take over in the second half.
Yeah, United absolutely dominated the first half, but they didn't dominate it in an interesting way. It was rather boring, and Liverpool came alive second half and gave United much of a match.
Okay, well, it keeps the things pretty much the same at the top of the table. We can just have a look at the top. You've got United on 55 points, City 7 below them on 48, and then you've got Chelsea back on 41. Of course, Chelsea had a great victory against Stoke, and Stoke's a very hard place to go, so to win 4-0 there, that's impressive stuff.
It's very impressive. This season Chelsea has played perfectly well when it's away from home. It's only when it gets to play at Stamford Bridge that it draws or loses. Probably the fans need to start supporting the team more.
And interestingly, it was possibly maybe the worst performance by any Premier League player ever, as Stoke striker John Walters managed to score 2 separate own goals and miss a penalty. Have you ever seen anything quite like that before?
No, never, and I hope not to, but to be perfectly honest, those goals were quite clinical.
Have you ever had a day quite like that on the football pitch?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay, brilliant. Well, we are, ATV, we're big fans of the Premier League, but we're excited today to launch a slightly new project because we want to hear from some up-and-coming footballers across Africa. This is our sort of grassroots programme, and we're going to start it first of all with our new Photo of the Day competition, which is our football fan photo of the day. We want you to send in any pictures of you either playing football, watching football, or just posing in a football shirt, and you could appear on the big screen if you are successful. Let's have a little look at some examples of what we mean.
Ndichitora mufaro ashe ndosi ya urwere wangu ndosi ya wonyati zangu ndosi ya
is the football fan photo of the day. Please get those pictures coming into us at our Facebook page at facebook.com/a-television. We also want any news of your local leagues, local games, and what you're getting up to, because we really want to find the next rising star. Could you be the next African Messi? Get in touch. Speaking of African football, there's excitement brewing around the ATV office because it's only 5 days until the African Cup of Nations starts. Starts on Saturday. Mike, I can see you brimming with excitement there. Who do you fancy?
Well, I think Ivory Coast will do very well. It's high time they won it, considering the players they have, and yeah, my money is on them to win it.
I mean, we have a lot of fans watching in Zambia. They're the holders. Can they go close again?
No chance.
No chance. That's it. Mike Mambo just ruling them out there.
Well, it's simple. Lightning won't strike twice.
They do always say it's harder to defend the title than win it for the first place, don't they?
Yeah, besides, everyone knows what Zambia is on about, so people will be more cautious. Like, for instance, when they played Ghana, even though Ghana were the better team on paper, Zambia put up much of a fight. So when given that same opportunity, Ghana is not going to go in and start thinking, oh, we're playing Zambia. They'll go in and say, we're playing the champions, the current holders, and we must beat these guys because they are that good.
Okay, and what about the threat posed by the Northern African sides? Have they got a chance?
Well, they're always there. They only get to maybe like the quarterfinal, semi-final stage, and usually it's either Egypt picks it up, but at the moment I don't see that. And
finally, we're big fans of the Premier League, and there's a few Premier League stars on show. Who do you expect to shine? Is it a case of Yaya Toure? Maybe his brother, Kolo?
Well, maybe it will be Kolo, simply because the nature of the game in Africa is different as compared to here. Whereas here you're allowed to be more skillful and shine. In Africa, they'll break your legs.
Okay, well, we will be bringing you all the reaction, news, scorelines, team news, everything like that to do with the African Cup of Nations from when it starts on Saturday. So keep tuned in, and finally we'll be back on Friday because it's another super weekend of Premier League action with Manchester United travelling to Spurs, Chelsea taking on Man City. The fun never stops here, and neither do we. So join us on Friday.
Yeah.
Bye from Mike.
Bye from Liam.
And it's bye from me. Take care.